We have been receiving loyalty in football. Get a dog. Those days when a player got a testimonial for long-term legend status finished when TV came along. Do you agree with that, Carlton Cole?
That's interesting. Yeah, because the money that was injected into football was gigantic to what it was before. Would you say TV or Sky? Maybe Sky. Sky changed the game, I think. One of those
made
things...
you two a bit richer.
Yeah, but I'd rather be playing now with the money that these average players are on.
I agree.
Do you know what I mean? An average player now is getting 60 grand a week.
I mean, Ralph Hasenhüttl hit the nail right, hit on the head. Like, it's money, it's ambition. If you haven't got the money, you can't really compete with the teams that have the ambition, because you can't sign these players, and players know that. Danny Ings has felt it. He's seen it in Liverpool. Obviously, it didn't work out for him there, so he's kind of took a step back to go forward, and that's what you say, and it's not disrespectful to, I don't think, to Southampton in any way, but you know, he wants to go on, and players are short careers, and we've seen that. Unless you're at the top clubs winning things where you don't need to leave, but even then you have players leaving. Look at Tevez, he done it, and he went to the rivals, to try and win more trophies. And gone are the days, I think, where you're going to get these legends, you're going to get these testimonials. I think money speaks a lot in the game for players and management. Unless you're on ridiculous money and winning things, you're going to always aim for that.
Craig has texted as well, 81089. He said players need to leave in the right way. I'm a West Brom fan. Only think of Odin Wingy in the Queen's Park Rangers car park rather than the goals he scored, including, he says in brackets, a hat-trick against Wolves. You have to respect the club and the fans when leaving. Grealish has done it the right way if he does go. And there's something to be said for that, because we're going to get lots of calls, no doubt, about Jack Grealish. They were relegated from the Premier League. He had the opportunity to move. Tottenham was sniffing around. He stayed loyal, got them back into the Championship, captained them to Premier League safety. If he does go now, Carlton, I think the majority of Aston Villa fans will not hold it against him.
No, definitely not. Look, with Grealish, I'd say that he deserves to be playing at that level. But one thing that he might be reserved about is, will he play regularly? You would say that he would, because he's costing 100 million, and then they've invested a lot of money into him. They're going to try and make him a success. But does he really believe that he's going to be playing regularly in that Manchester City team because of the options they have? So he's got a big thing to think about there. But at the same time, when you're getting bought for 100 million, if that don't give you confidence, mate, that you're playing every week, what will? But I really think it's a good move for him personally, for his family. Still how old is he now? 25, 26? Yeah, so still, it's the right time for him probably to go and see something else like that. But at the same time, he needs to really, really look at Aston Villa and say, do I want to stay here? If they're offering a good amount of money for him to stay.
Let's hear from Asif, the Birmingham fan now. He's tweeted, you think loyalty only comes from the fans, Asif? You're saying owners, managers, players only interested in money?
Yeah, hi there, guys. Yeah, I think it's just a word that the fans use, loyalty. Owners don't care. As long as they get a decent amount of money for a player, they can sell them off if they want to, whether the player wants to go or not. Managers likewise. Managers can go to a different club, same again, for money, for better club. So I don't see why the players can't go, to be honest with you. Although being a Blues fan, I'd love it if Grealish does go.
I was going to say, who's your team? Brilliant, Asif. Thank you very much for that call. Antonio has tweeted me. He says if Shearer didn't win a title at Blackburn, he wouldn't have gone to Newcastle. He would have gone to Manchester United. I
disagree. I think he would have gone to Newcastle as a boyhood club, and I think at the time Newcastle were almost on the verge of winning something, and he probably felt that.
Were they in Europe?
Yes, yeah, and they were buying into that. You know, his boyhood club. Can I go there, become a hero? I know he did anyway, and a legend, build something, win a trophy. And unfortunately, it didn't work out for him. And again, he had the opportunities to leave, but you know, when he's enjoying it, he's at his boyhood club. He's earning a lot of money as well. There was no need for him to leave, I don't think. And, you know, similar could be said over Jack Grealish, but the times have changed from now what it was back then. Now, players have ambitions. And who knows? It still may not happen, Jack Grealish. You know, it's looking likely, but it may not happen. He's turned it down before, so it may happen again.
The other question I wanted to ask you, Carlton, before we move on, Darren Ambrose, we joke that he's a Crystal Palace legend. I think he was only there for 3 years, but he is employed by the club as an ambassador on match day, signs autographs, entertains the fans. Therefore, he's earned that legendary status. Is Jack Grealish, in your eyes, an Aston Villa legend? Has he been there long enough? Has he achieved enough to be classed as an Aston Villa legend? This is a club, remember, who've won the European Cup.
For me, no, he's not a club legend. And I say that with the utmost respect. He's not a club legend. I'd say he's a cult hero. He's definitely a cult hero. Sometimes it's not about the amount of time that you spent at a club. It's what you've done. And he's impacted the club in a good way. Obviously, they're in the Premier League. He stayed loyal to them when he went down with he was going to go Spurs when they went down. But the thing for me, there's got to be more. There's got to be more to earn that title of a club legend. And sometimes it comes in different stages. But I think he's not impacted the club enough to be named a club legend. And I don't know. Villa fans might disagree with me, but if he goes, he'll never be a club legend. Or you can't just imagine he goes now. Can he be a club legend? Like, would the Villa fans class him still as a club legend? I think not.